Hello everyone. Today we are going to see about pre-renal azotemia. So what do you understand by just by the name pre-renal azotemia? The name says that there is a problem with the kidneys, like there is an increased elevated blood urea nitrogen. That's what azotemia is, and that is because of pre-renal reason. So there is no as such, there is no problem with the kidneys, but pre-renal. What is present pre-renal? The renal artery is present. So there is some problem with the blood flow being delivered to the kidneys. That's what you should know. So the most common reasons for pre-renal azotemia is dehydration. So dehydration, it can be because of any reason, like say for example, the patient might not have taken adequate liquids, or the patient might be having vomiting, the patient might be having diarrhea, or else there can be any post-surgery, like the patient might have had any blood loss and or else low BP during surgery, and it can be or else accidents. It can be because of reasons like this. So because of these reasons, what happens? What happens is the kidney will so the blood flow will be compromised. But what we need to know this pre-renal, this is very important for exams. Pre-renal azotemia, it usually takes from subacute to chronic reasons. Okay, acutely it will not result in pre-renal azotemia. That will result in a different thing, which is often tested in USMLE. I will go ahead a little later. Fine. So for this kidneys, so we are having the renal artery, right? So because of this, either due to dehydration or due to any reason, the renal artery is not able to supply adequate blood flow to the kidneys. Now what will the kidneys think? The kidneys think that the entire body has been suffering from a blood loss or due to any decreased blood volume. So we need to do something, and it will start conserving two important elements, like one is the urea and other is the sodium. So why should it specifically choose these two important substances? Because once urea and the sodium are being conserved, reserved by the kidneys, water will ultimately follow, and therefore the blood volume will increase, right? So this is the reason between increased urea, by increasing the urea and the sodium in the body. So therefore in pre-renal azotemia, if you see urea, how do we measure? We measure as blood urea nitrogen. How do we measure sodium? We don't take the sodium electrolyte, we measure it as FeNa. FeNa is nothing but fractional excretion of sodium. So what does fractional excretion of sodium mean? A fraction of the sodium is being excreted in the urine. That's what FeNa means. So in pre-renal azotemia, this urea, that is if you take the blood urea nitrogen bar creatinine ratio, so that will be elevated. And if you take FeNa, like it will be more, fine. And if you take FeNa, it will be, say for example, it will be more than 20. And FeNa will be less than 1%. That is the excretion of this FeNa talks about the excretion of sodium in the urine. So in the urine, the sodium is going to be less, right? So excretion of sodium in the urine will be less than 1%. So this is what happens in pre-renal azotemia. Pre-renal azotemia can be treated easily by giving them the adequate fluids. The kidneys are capable of reverting back to normal by correcting the blood urea nitrogen as well as the FeNa. Right? Thank you for listening. Have a good day.